Hi Ashvika, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
So Ashvika, do you like story?
Yes.
Have you ever tried creating your own story, Ashvika?
Mm, Not really.
Hello friends. Story writing is a wonderful way of enhancing your child's creativity, imagination skills and language development skills. In schools, as a part of English language learning, students are made to learn how to write and create their own stories. Today's video focuses on beginner story writing. Here is a complete tutorial for you on a student who is trying to create her own story as well as the steps which is needed to be followed for the same. Can you tell me Ashvika what is a story?
A story can be about a real or fictional incident, including real life or an imaginary characters.
Okay, so today I am going to teach you how to create your own story and also what are the steps needed for the same. Are you excited about it?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Even I am very excited. Let's go for it. Ashvika, a story has three parts: beginning, middle, and end. So, Ashvika, if I say, I got up in the morning, I had my breakfast, then I had my lunch, then I had my dinner, story over. Do you like the story?
No.
Even I don't like a story like this. This is such a boring story, isn't it? Let's do something. Let's add some things to this story to make it interesting. What can I add to this story to make it interesting? Let me add some elements to this story. The first element that can be added to the story is the character. Character means who is going to be in the story. It can be a person, an animal, or a make-believe character. Make-believe characters means fairies, robots, aliens. The second element which makes the story very interesting and it is very important element of the story, that's the setting of the story. Setting means time and place. The third important element which adds a lot of interest and thrill to your story is the problem. Problem makes a story very interesting. So if you don't have a problem in the story, your audience will never get connected to your story. So Ashvika, now I am showing you a number of characters. Look at your screen. Princess, nurse, I have an astronaut, and I also have a fairy. Which one would you like to choose?
I choose the princess.
Okay, Ashvika, now choose the setting of the story. I have a library, I have a shopping mall, I have a palace, and I have a grocery store. Which one would you like to choose?
I choose the palace.
Next, Ashvika, let's make the story interesting. What makes the story interesting? Do you remember?
Problem.
The problem makes your story very interesting. So, let's choose the problem right here on your screen. Fire, I have the rain, lost the key, lost the memory. So, Ashvika, what would you like to choose as the problem of your story?
I choose lost memory.
So now let's do something. Let's create the beginning of the story. How to create the beginning of the story? In order to create the beginning of the story, you have to answer 4 W's. The 4 W's are where, when, what, and who. Who is in your story? The first W, who?
Princess.
The princess, yes. The second W, when. When is your story taking place?
It's taking place long ago.
Your story is taking place long ago. Okay. Third W. Where? Where is your story taking place, Ashvika? Taking place in a palace. And the last W. What? What is the princess doing?
The princess is really excited to meet the prince.
Wow, I can see you are going to create a beautiful story. The princess is going to meet a handsome prince. Lovely. So Ashvika, now your 4 W's are ready. Where, when, what and who. So now let's see how do you create the beginning by joining all these 4 W's.
Long ago, there was a princess who lived in a beautiful palace. The palace was old. The princess was beautiful and very nice. She was so gentle to the people in the kingdom. She was so excited to meet a handsome prince.
Wow, Ashwika, I am really impressed with the beginning of the story which you have created. It's amazing. So, Ashwika, now let's move to the middle of the story. You remember what do we need to do in the middle? In the middle, we need to add a problem. A problem makes the story interesting. So now we are going to add a problem to our story to make it very, very interesting. So I remember you told me something about the problem. What was the problem of your story?
Lost memory.
Yes, that was right. The princess lost her memory. Can you tell me, Ashwika, how will she lose her memory and how are you planning to make your story interesting, thrilling, and exciting?
Princess was very excited to meet the prince. She dressed up in a very beautiful gown. He sat on a carriage. The horse started galloping. Suddenly, the wheel of the carriage fell off. The princess fell on the rock and lost her memory. She forgot about everything, the, even the prince. The prince was very sad.
Oh, wow, that's lovely. So the princess fell on the rock and she lost her memory. And now I am so excited to know what's going to happen next in your story. You have created an amazing problem and I'm looking forward to see what are you planning to do in the end of the story. So Ashwika, how do we end a story? We end a story by bringing the solution to the story. Yes, we have to solve the problem. Every story has to end on a happy note. It makes your audience feel happy. So we now have to solve the problem which you have created. So the problem was the princess lost her memory. How will you solve the problem? How is the princess going to get her memory back and she is going to meet her dear prince again?
Prince was very sad and worried. He came to know about a magical fish who can cure anybody. The prince searched for it everywhere. One day, sailing in a big ocean, he got the fish. He told the fish he would give her jewels if she can cure the princess. The magical fish cured the princess.
Ashvika, I am so happy by the way you have concluded this story. I want to give you a big, big thumbs up. Lovely. That was an amazing ending. Wow. Ashvika, I'm really happy with your story. I loved your story and it was a very, very great session I had with you. Thank you so much. So this was a complete tutorial on how you can help your child to create a story of his own. These are some simple tips and techniques which you can follow and help your child to make his own story. So keep watching my channel for more such useful tips and techniques. Thank you.